Hey, welcome to this video. My name is Lara Zimmerman, and if you're thinking you're staring at a blank piece of paper right now, you are, purely because what I'm going to do over the next sort of 10-12 minutes is I want to explain to you the LifeVantage business system, how when you join as a LifeVantage distributor, you can go out and start building a business for yourself. Now, you're probably either looking at this because you've just become a LifeVantage distributor, or maybe you're somebody who's considering becoming a LifeVantage distributor and you're just asking yourself, is this something can I do? I want to understand that process a little bit further. And basically this video is designed to talk you through a very simple system that you will get full training on when you get started with the company. But for now, it's just giving you an overview of how that business system works. After you've watched this video, I would definitely encourage you to get back to the person who invited you to this website, the futureproofteam.com, and they'll be able to get your questions answered. Or if they've only just got started recently themselves, then they're going to be able to introduce you to someone who can also help get you started. So the first thing we recommend you do when you become a LifeVantage distributor is you set yourself a goal. And I think in life we all agree it's pretty good to have a goal when you start something. For some of you, you may have joined the business because you've been a customer, you've been loving the product, you've got a greater sense of health and well-being being on our Pro Tandem nutritional product range. Maybe you've been using our skincare or our hair care, and again, you're loving how that is helping you look and feel better. And maybe your goal is just to get out and share these with maybe a handful of people. Or it may be that you're an entrepreneur, you're a business person, and you're looking for an additional income, or you're somebody who's going, actually, I've had a look at this, I can get really excited, I'd love to join this nutrigenomics movement, this biohacking movement, and get out there and share these products with a lot more people. But first thing is a goal. What's really important to say is, regardless of whether your goal is just to help a handful of people or whether it's financially driven, we have a system that everybody uses, and that's really important to understand. So what I would say for those of you that are financially driven, you may want to pause this video and just scroll down on the business page to where you will see the LifeVantage average annual income disclosure statement. The company is a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, and every 12 months they publish a statement that gives the average earnings of our distributors at the various different levels as they grow their business and their organizational volume. So diving straight in, when we get started, what you want to do is you want to start by writing a list of between 25 and 100 people. And these are people that we're going to put through an information process to introduce them to the products and the business, help get their questions answered, and find out if this is something that is of interest to them or not, as the case might be. So what I want to say is the first thing we do is we invite them. Now, it's really important at this stage to say there is a right way to inviting someone to take a look at this, and there's definitely a wrong way. So something that will happen when you get started is you are going to get training on how to invite people correctly. This video is purely to show the process and an overview of how the business works. So you will get information on how to invite people and training. Now, the most important thing to realize is that you yourself do not need to become an expert. What you're actually going to be inviting them to is to look at a tool. So rather than thinking I've got to become the fountain of knowledge on nutrigenomics, biohacking, Pro Tandem, NRF1, NRF2, and all of our amazing products, you don't. All you need to do is be a really good signposter, somebody who can invite people, send them to a link. Now, we recommend that you send them to the futureproofteam.com. I'm just writing that out in case you're watching this on YouTube. Go to futureproofteam.com. There's a page all about the product, and there's also a page all about the business. So all the information that people will need. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to send them that information and you'll schedule a follow-up. And again, we will train you on how to appropriately schedule a follow-up and how that conversation looks. But typically what happens when you follow up with people is they're going to have some questions, and it's really important that we get those questions answered. If you're brand new in the organization, we don't expect you to know everything. So what we do is we schedule a 3-way either chats. So that might be creating a little group on WhatsApp or Messenger, so people can ask their questions and somebody in your support team can help answer them, or you can do it by way of a call. Now, when you've gone through this process, there are people that you're never going to get past an invite. They may not respond. They're busy. They've got stuff going on. They don't really know what it is you were talking about. But the people who've got to a tool, who you followed up, typically there's 3 outcomes. One is a straightforward no, which is absolutely fine. We're very happy with no's. With no's, we typically would say, can we get back in touch? Let them know how it's going. It may be 6 months from now. We have a lot of people who say, I'm not sure, I need to think about it. So we've got a great Facebook group where you can, if with their permission, add them and let them learn a little bit more about what you're up to. But that's absolutely fine. What the second outcome is, people are going to want to try our products. They are going to want to become what we call customers. And that's absolutely fantastic, because actually 80% of the people who join LifeVantage join as customers. They are the lifeblood of any business. If you don't have customers, you don't really have a business. So they're a really, really important part of our business. And then you're also going to find people who are going to want to join you and become a distributor. These are people who can see the cutting edge element of the products. They can see that there's a massive marketplace out there for these, and they share your vision of being able to build a business and an income from promoting these. What's really worth mentioning that I believe it's around about 60% of distributors in LifeVantage start as customers. So if you're somebody who's really good at recommending our products, you're naturally going to get people who are going to get on the products and at some point in the future may well want to start distributing. So this is our process of getting started. Set yourself a goal, write a list of 25 to 100 people, start inviting them once you've had the training on how to invite, to a tool, not to a hour-long conversation on you explaining what the product's about, but to a tool somewhere that they can get the accurate information and that you're representing the company and the company's information in the correct way. Get on a follow-up call with somebody from your support team, and you're either going to get no customers or distributors. Now, typically, by going through this process of 25 to 100 people, this is you. We'll give you a little smiley face there. You're typically talking about getting around about 5 to 10 customers coming on board. Now, these may be people who are going to get on our Pro Tandem, NRF1 and NRF2 range, our amazing probiotic, our omegas. It may be some of them have been attracted by the skincare range or the hair care range, but these are people who are getting on the product. Okay, and typically you're going to get somewhere between your first 3 to 5 distributors. For this sake, I'm going to just demonstrate this is 2 distributors. Now, depending on how this is done, if this is done in a calendar month, altogether all this volume comes in, you're going to get to something called Pro 2 in our organization, in our compensation plan. And from our income disclosure statement here, a Pro 2 on average earns around about $250 a month. So that's the average. In some cases they can earn a lot less because they may not be bringing customers in, and sometimes they will earn a lot more than that, but that is the average income statement. Also here further down on the business page that you're on right now, you can get to our compensation plan highlight, and again I've just highlighted Pro 2 here so you can have a look and see what that looks like. But the key thing about building a LifeVantage business is following a system that is highly, highly duplicatable. And I know when I first got into this industry of network marketing, I couldn't understand how people could grow these enormous organizations. How did that actually work? Well, it's purely through duplication. Once you've been through this process yourself, you're going to start teaching it with the help of your upline support team to these 2. So we're going to take these 2 chaps here. We're going to help them set their goals, write their list, start inviting to a tool, following up and seeing what the outcome is. Now, when we help these 2 go Pro 2, you've actually moved up yourself in the compensation plan. You're going to be moving up to around about a Pro 3 level. Again, depending if they do it all in the same calendar month. So the purpose of this video is to really give you an oversight, an overview of how you can go build yourself a really strong organization here. And again, what I would say to people who are entrepreneurial, who are hungry, who would like an additional income, go to the income disclosure statement over on LifeVantage's, on the bottom of this page, and have a look at what is available there, because this is about LifeVantage distributors get paid commissions for generating sales of our products on a monthly basis through a subscription-based ordering system. And as you build an organization of people doing this, you will get paid an overriding percentage on the sales that are generated through this. So when you look at this statement and you get down to the higher ranking positions within the compensation plan, the reason these people are generating these levels of income is they have helped a lot of people do what I have just shown you, which is Pro 2. Now, before I wrap things up, I just want to say it's really, really worth mentioning that LifeVantage does not in any way guarantee you instant earning or commission. This is really dependent on your work ethic, your diligence, your coachability, your willingness to learn, and most importantly, your consistency. This is not about going out and spending a month speaking to 100 people and going, woohoo, and sitting back and waiting for things to happen. This is about consistent, persistent effort. So they don't in any way guarantee income or success. That's ultimately down to you to put in the effort as a self-employed distributor. And again, referring to those income disclosures, you can see what is available there. What I would say to you, if you're watching this right now, is that LifeVantage is offering something really, really unique. We have our flagship products are completely unique. There's nothing else like them out there in the marketplace right now. They have over 27 independent peer review published studies. They're consumables. That means people don't just take them once, but they get on them and stay on them. We have highly affordable, and they're not something that you're going to find on the high street. So that's a really key point, is the product. The second thing I would say is our leadership is exceptional, not just in the field. We have together in this team, we have close to 25 people who've developed a 6- and 7-figure income in this industry, but also at our corporate office, we have some of the best from the network marketing industry gearing us up and helping us develop our business and take it to a new level. We also have a really strong compensation plan, which you can have a look at. But I think the key things to look at a compensation plan is, one, customer retention. If you don't have people if you have a product that people get on and maybe stay on it for when I say a season, I mean a month or two, like a weight loss product, which we do have a weight loss product, but that's not our core range. We have a product people get on and stay on. That is absolutely key to have that to them. And then the last thing is, I would say, is timing. This video is being filmed in London in the UK, but our team is a global team. We're in over 20 different markets, and this is an opportunity to join a business that is going global over the next 5 to 10 years. So on that note, I would like to say thank you so much for joining me. And if you do decide to join us, I will look forward to welcoming you into the team. I will look forward to working with you alongside the people that have introduced you to this. And I look forward to celebrating your success over the coming years.